Hey guys, it's Taylor. Welcome back to this channel. I talk about health, fitness, traveling, and wellness. And today I've had a little bit too much sun, but it's been a really nice day here. It's been very sunny, and I got a really lovely ocean swim. It was pretty cold, but I'm trying to do ocean swims more regularly. I'm just gonna do a little screenshot for Instagram. That was really weird. How's everyone going that has tuned in already? That's great. You're going well. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done a YouTube live. Some of the lockdowns and everything that's happening has made it sometimes a little bit hard to be consistent because we're constantly, I'm sure other people can relate to this, is that everything is constantly shifting more than what it usually is. But I felt really called to make a live today and to connect with the wider community. So I just thought that I would do a little bit of updates before I get into the content of this video. So I have some exciting news. I actually got my blood test results back. So I went to the doctors a few weeks ago just to get my blood checked, and I didn't hear a call back for quite a while, and usually you're supposed to hear a call back within a few days. And so I had to ring them up and just ask them, like, am I okay? And they said, yes, it's actually a no action. So you can just come and pick up your results if you want to have a look at them. So I did go and pick them up and get a copy, because I wanted to see what my actual results were, which were really quite interesting because last time I got my blood test results done, my iron was actually a little bit low, but this time they actually fell within the range. So I think mine was, the units were like 19.9, and then the recommended rate was between 8.8 to 27. So even that, I could make that a little bit higher, but I was pretty happy with that because everything else kind of fell within the good range. So my B12 was in a really good range. It was at 294 in some random measurement, but the reference was that it had to be over 177. So that was pretty good, and I'm pretty happy with it. So yeah, that was like quite a lot of sheets for this blood test, but I thought it was pretty amazing that I got a no action. Yeah, so that's results of being vegan for 11 years, and I've spent the majority of my time being whole food vegan, and everything is pretty damn well, pretty good at the moment. So what else do I need to update you guys on? So lately I have actually been working as an actor, and last week I had a multi-day shoot, and had to do a little bit of travel for that before the state went into lockdown as well. So I had a really amazing opportunity, and the crew were really, really awesome. And it's really interesting because doing that sort of work now, every time we aren't in lockdown, I'm like, okay, work, and try and get as many shoots in as possible. And yes, a lot of creatives, I think, are feeling that at the moment, but I'm really grateful that I got to have that experience. It was very fun. I can't wait to share it with you guys. Can I tell you? It was for a commercial, so I will probably be sharing it once it's been released. Thank you. I will be sharing it once it has been released. I don't know if I'm supposed to really talk about it, but I will be sending a link out on my Instagram when it is being edited and published. So that was a really great experience. And yeah, I think that just goes to show that if you persist in your creative endeavors, that you have some really amazing opportunities that can come your way sometimes. So for all the creatives watching this, keep doing your thing, because we can, achieve some really amazing results. Okay, so that was kind of my update at the moment. So again, welcome everyone. If anyone has a question throughout this, just pop it down in the chat. So my intention for this live today was to actually encourage each viewer here that's either tuning in now or watching later to do what they love in order to raise the vibration of the planet. And also, I want to give a meditation which fortifies our actions in love, truth, harmony, and peace. And before I get into the meditation, though, I just wanted to talk about a few things. So I just wanted to talk about why making art, music, and poetry and storytelling is important. So at the moment, currently where I am, and in most places in the world at the moment, our live venues for the arts, for music, have been taken away from us. And now it is our responsibility to continue creating amongst the circumstances. So in my opinion, it's better for us to spend the majority of our time creating things rather than consuming media, especially digital media. So if you haven't watched this video already, I recommend you watch School of Life's newest, I don't know if it's the newest one. It came out on the 4th of August, and it's called Mass Psychosis: How an Entire Population Becomes Mentally Ill. My computer just did something. So it's a very interesting video and super informative. So go and check that out. I will be leaving a link for it down in the description box below. And hopefully it can give you some clarity. So basically I wanted to talk about art because freedom of expression is what makes us human. And at the moment we need to be extra receptive to our conscious awareness of our ideas. So I urge you, if you have the time and the energy in your own life, to keep creating just in general, whether that's poetry, music, or dance, or anything. Because in my opinion, tangible creations and the healing vibrations of art can remedy isolation, sadness, and fear-based propaganda of today. I think we can all agree that most of the media sources today play on our emotions of fear and uncertainty and anxiety. So this is actually a pretty big driving force for why I decided to spontaneously go live tonight. But I've been seeing on social media and the news that calls to Lifeline and Australian mental health line have reached unprecedented highs since the lockdowns in the state. I'm not a mental health care professional, but I do recommend you seek out professional help if you do need that. But I do feel obliged to make something for the wider community. And I hope this video and hangout can be of service to you wherever you are in the world. So firstly, in this video, I will be guiding you through a meditation, and then I'll also be walking you through some journal prompts. So grab a pen or pen and paper. And if you're tuning in after the live session, the questions will be in the description box below, as well as the affirmations. So before we begin, and as you get comfortable for the next 10 to 15 minutes, I want to remind you how imperative it is for us as humans in this moment in time to remember our humanity and that we are in essence all one. We have the inherent right to live free from fear, coercion, control, persecution, and rampant division. Humanity, compassion, truth, and justice will prevail, and it is my commitment to you that I will stay true to myself in what I post on this channel. So, to start this meditation, I will need you to sit or lie down comfortably. So I will have my eyes closed through some of this, and then I will also be keeping track of the time. So sit somewhere where you'll be comfortable for the next 10 to 15 minutes. Sit up with your back straight and shoulders back, but not too rigid so that you feel uncomfortable. I'm going to set the timer for 10 minutes. Okay, so just take a big deep breath wherever you are. Deep breath in and out. So start to become aware of your own body and the sensations of your body. Can you feel the weight of your legs on the ground? Whatever you've experienced today or will be experiencing after this meditation can wait. And it is actually really important for us to have time where we do nothing. In our Western society, meditation is becoming more popular, which is great. But still, I think the power of our own minds have been relatively unaccessed. I mean, monks in the mountains, like the Himalayas, have been known to be able to melt circles of ice around their bodies and stop their bodies from freezing in really harsh winters. So if that doesn't show you the power of your own mind when it's trained, I don't know what else will. I heard that from a book called Breath. Maybe I will link that in the description as well. You can find it on Audible. So really training our mind can be super, super beneficial in how we operate in society. So just be open to experiencing the sensations inside your body. So we're going to breathe in for 4 breaths and then exhale for 4 breaths. Breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4. And out, 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing in again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out, 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, hopefully you feel a little bit more dropped into your own body and the sensations in your body. Now we're going to do a bit of a body scan. So see if you can sense what you're experiencing at the top of your head. Is it tense? Does it feel light? Or maybe you can't feel any sensation there at all. Move your attention to your forehead. Release any tension you may be feeling there. Eyebrows, eyes, your nose, cheeks and jaw, and the lips. Move your awareness to your neck, your right shoulder, your right arm, right elbow, right forearm, wrist, and hand, and your fingers. Shift your awareness to your left shoulder, your left arm, elbow, left forearm, left wrist, and left hand, and fingers. Move your attention to your torso, your back, your stomach, your hips, the top of your right leg, top of your right knee, your right calf, ankle, tops of your right foot, and sole of your right foot, and your toes. Then shift it to your left hip, the top of your left hip, your left knee, left calf, ankle, top of your ankle, and sole of your foot, top of your ankle, and your left toes. Feel out any areas that have any intense tension. And see if you can just accept them for what they are. And if your mind wanders, you can bring it back to your breathing. Breathe in through the nose, out through the nose. See if you can feel the sensation of your breath on your upper lip. It's always a great way to bring your mind back to presence. Okay, so now that we've kind of checked in with what's happening in our own bodies, I'm going to ask you some questions just to ponder in this meditation and in your own time. So, what emotions are you feeling particularly prominently in your body right now? If you're anything like me, you might feel a little bit tight in the shoulders or tense. Maybe you're feeling happy in your heart space and lightness. Are these emotions that you're experiencing uncomfortable or comfortable? And can you give them a color, a shape, or even a name? Can you accept these emotions for what they are? A phenomenon which passes through you for a brief moment in time. As the saying goes, this too shall pass. How does your heart space feel at this moment in time? Do you feel closed off, isolated, or maybe you feel gratitude? Your heart keeps beating. The fact that you are here right now is a miracle in itself. Thank your heart. Thank life for the ups and downs that evolve us. Sometimes life breaks our hearts to open our hearts to compassion, to truth, and to rise in the face of adversity. Rumi once said, "Don't grieve, anything you lose comes around in another form." Keep your focus on your heart. What do you love? Imagine all the beautiful things you want to do with your life and see yourself achieving them. What would you do if you could not fail? Forget the state of the world. The purpose of this live is to cultivate collective hope, and when we manifest together, our collective futures are brighter. In love, we are united and therefore supported. While we may be separated physically, our souls are eternal and our spirits are far more powerful than our human minds can fathom. Whatever your personal beliefs are, remember we are all in this together. History has shown us time and time again that reason, humanity, truth, freedom, justice, nature, and compassion will prevail. Okay, return to your body now. And savor the last few moments of this meditation. Now slowly start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. I hope everyone is feeling good after that. And if you haven't already opened your eyes, feel to do so. Now I would like to share with you some affirmations. that you may find empowering. They are written in the description, so I will just be talking about them and what you can do with them. So if you can't write them down fast enough, they're in the description. I never stop fighting for my future. I radiate happiness and love. I forgive myself for past mistakes. I am at peace even when the world is crazy. My senses cut through deception and manipulation. I only give power to the thoughts that work for peace, harmony, and truth. I rise like the phoenix. So these meditations, these affirmations, you can write down, read them every day, stick them on your mirror, stick them somewhere in your home if you're happy to do that. And yeah, just repeat them to yourself, especially if you say them and you feel uncomfortable. That probably means that you do actually need to work on that idea that you are affirming to manifest in your life. Okay, so before we get into the journal prompts, I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a break and a little bit of an artistic intermission. And I found this really cool poem by Maya Angelou, and it's really lovely. I'd like to read it out for you. It's also in the description below. Still I rise. You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still, like dust, I'll rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? 'Cause I walk like I've got oil wells pumping in my living room. Just like moons and like suns, with the certainty of tides, just like hope springing high, still, I'll rise. Did you want to see me broken? Bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulders falling down like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cries? Does my haughtiness offend you? Don't you take it awful hard, 'cause I laugh like I've got gold mines digging in my own backyard. You may shoot me with your words, you may cut me with your eyes, you may kill me with your hatefulness, but still, like air, I'll rise. Does my sexiness upset you? Does it come as a surprise that I dance like I've got diamonds at the meeting of my thighs? Out of the huts of history's shame, I rise. Up from a past that's rooted in pain, I rise. I'm a black ocean leaping and wide, welling and swelling I bear in the tide. Leaving behind nights of terror and fear, I rise. Into a daybreak that's wondrously clear, I rise. Bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave, I am the dream and the hope of the slave. I rise, I rise, I rise. That's a really great poem. I hope you enjoyed my reading of that. I had a lot of fun with it, obviously. So, if you're ready to rise and become a better person, let's go into the journal prompts. Question 1. What do you want to do in this life? What do you want to do? 2. How can you best serve others? Are there media sources that leave you feeling paralyzed by fear and anxiety? What actions can you do that fill you with love? How can you take responsibility for your own longevity and wellness? How can you help someone else? Do you need to forgive yourself for anything? What beliefs cause you to live in fear? Remember what fear stands for: false evidence appearing real. What is your truth, and what is your soul calling you to do? So those are my journal prompts. I'm sure if you start working on answering those, you will gain clarity about what you should be doing in your life. And of course, maybe it's a lot of work to do all of them at once, but if any of those questions resonated well with you, answer it and try and incorporate it into your daily life and into your practices. So, for example, how can I, Taylor, take responsibility for my own longevity and wellness? I eat a whole food, plant-based diet. I get sunshine. I get fresh air. I make sure I sleep enough. I make sure I eat nutritious food. I meditate daily. I've also been journaling daily. And I'm not perfect, but those are some habits which really have helped me maintain a really great state of health for quite a long time. So, with that being said, I really hope you enjoyed this live. It's a little bit shorter than some of the previous ones, but I felt like this was something I needed to make to kind of help people through this time. So let me know in the comments if you did appreciate it, if you would like more lives like this. And yeah, I hope you are taking care of your health and your longevity and your wellness. And until next time, guys, chill out and meditate every day. Mwah. Good night.